strangers have to build you up. Being on my mind, do come to my posy, be my baby. Oh, I'm back. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know me, and to those who do, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I said that and I'm so happy. But yeah, anyways guys, I'm so sorry that I've been off for like 5 months and counting. But I was like not feeling shooting content, but now I'm back and I'm better. I took the break that I needed and game time, bitches. From the title of this video, today is actually a story time. So I'm gonna just share a bit of my experiences when it came to my mental health, my depression, my anxiety, and how that came about. And yeah, pretty much just taking you through the darkest days of my life or my existence. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Disclaimer, I'm literally just going to be sharing my experiences, no one else's but mine. So anyone who has their own opinion or disagrees with what I have to say, sorry guys, this is just my take on how I experienced it, my experience, what I went through. So don't you all be coming at me for sharing, you know. Okay, so many of y'all might not know, but last year 2020 was like one of the roughest years of my life in terms of I experienced like a huge mental health deterioration. And like I wasn't aware of it because yes, I was informed about it. Like I knew that there were like stuff like depression, anxiety and all those things, but I honestly used to feel like it was just an attention seeking thing. So end of my matric year, I fell sick. That caused some complications throughout my whole life post that incident. So when that happened, I knew that the following months to come were going to be tricky because I just written my exams. I didn't write an exam. Like I wasn't okay, but I still had to act strong for, you know, I still was like, you know what, Gamu, you still have 10 more papers to write, just go with it. Okay, cool. End of matric, we are happy we're done with school, out of that school, you know what I'm talking about. And the following year, which was 2020, we got our results. Obviously mine were incomplete, and that really put me down because I've always been someone who had a plan, a goal to reach, and a vision. I never thought that I would be set back in life. I never thought that I would go through things that will set me back, go through things that will make me reach my goal at the time that I wanted to reach my goal at. And yeah, basically like I hated the fact that what had just happened to me was going to cost me time that I never thought I'd lose. Okay, so that meant I won't be able to start my first year in high school, in university last year. So when that happened, I got into this black hole, a dark place, where I felt that I wasn't good enough, I wasn't worthy enough of being given the chance to be like other kids, go to school, you understand, enjoy varsity. Like I've always dreamt of that first week of varsity, that first day of varsity, that first encounter of like having that independence, of You know what I'm talking about. In high school, you dream about these things. You can't wait to get out of your parents' houses. Nje. And for me, that was delayed. I was good in school. I did what I had to do. I was making it. But the last straw, the last lap, I failed. I fell, you know? Okay. Um Everyone around me is happy. Everyone around me is happy. My friends are going to school, they're getting accepted. I'm getting what's this, yeah, letters from universities that had accepted me, that they are regretting to inform me that I won't be part of the universities because of my marks are incomplete. People around me are happy. I need to be strong for my sake. I need to congratulate people. I need to be happy for my friends as they were embarking into the next chapter of their lives. Understand? So that really made me sad. I hated waking up in the morning. I hated the fact that I had to listen to stories of people telling me that, oh, school is great, oh, week, oh, that, oh, that. I was so envious and I had so much hate. So that hate really blinded me into seeing that, you know what, Gamo, if you don't change your mindset, so many things are gonna happen. Cool. So first signs of me actually figuring out that I'm not okay was my insomnia. My insomnia got so bad, I started crying every day. I started to not sleep. There was a day in which my dad came into my room and I had my eyes open, wide open, but I was sleeping. I could, as I was saying, I could see that my parents were scared because they'd never seen me in that state. I've always been like a very happy child. I've always been full of life. And in that period of my life, I was lifeless. I had no life within me. And that period brought back some of my past traumas that I had to deal with as a kid. What I dealt with when I was still in primary school, all the bullying that happened, all the tragic things that happened in my primary school. And also I went through the motions of my high school, how things were at home. Like, you know, like when you're sad, you want to make yourself more sad. Okay, fast forward, I lost so much weight. I stopped eating. I ate, but I would throw up. Literally, I would make myself throw up because I didn't want to. I didn't want to say I didn't want to live anymore, but I just didn't want to feel anymore. You understand? And if that meant dying, then rather that. You understand? But that was when I knew that there could be something wrong with me, because I never really had that mindset. I never had the mindset to not want to live or feel anymore. But one thing I was grateful for was that I was a coward. I would never want to hurt myself, you understand? And suicide is a real thing, and I was like 5'2" because I really hated myself in that moment. Why did you get sick? Why didn't you maybe sleep enough? Maybe you could have prevented this. Maybe you could have. You understand? I was filled with could have and should haves. That really made me disregard my efforts. You understand? I saw myself as like I was a loser. I didn't do anything. So my mom was like, because I didn't want to talk to anyone at home. When they would ask me, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm great. Pull on that smile. Yeah, I'm chilled, you know. But parents know. They have that sense to them. Okay, it was on a Monday. My mom calls me. She's like, are you okay? No, I'm fine, Mom. Like, I want to see you. So I link up with her. And then she tells me that she had booked me an appointment with a psychologist. I didn't think I needed that. I didn't want to go actually. I was like, you know what, I'm fine. These things happen. Okay, she's like, yeah, but it won't hurt for you. Okay, cool. I go to the psychologist in Centurion. So go to the psychologist, we talk. She does this test. You know how the psychologists have these tests that they do? She made me close my eyes and go into a time in my life where it was the darkest moment of my life, or in my life. And I did that, and then I just started crying. I had trouble expressing how I felt, and in that moment, all the emotions that I've been feeling throughout my entire life, or throughout my entire, like that entire period of me not feeling like I was worth anything, I just like cried and cried and cried. And that's when she was like, you're not okay. And a lot of people don't believe in psychologists, but then talking to someone that you don't know, someone that you've never met, someone that you've never had any relations to, actually helps. I started talking about sensitive issues that had nothing to do with what I thought was making me go through what I was going through. I started talking about my bullying, how I got bullied in school. I started talking about how the transition of moving from Limpopo to Gauteng was for me. I started talking about how I felt like I wasn't great enough, and I had to I had to prove myself every time. And that was when she was like, whatever that we need to talk about, we can't do it in like an hour. We need a day, we need 2 weeks, we need 24 hours. So I was open-minded to anything. I was open-minded to the idea. Okay, cool. They tell my parents that we've done some tests, and I feel like I must admit Kamu to psychiatric hospital. So I was admitted to Vista. I was admitted to Vista Clinic and then when I got admitted, the following 2 days, that's when they did all the processes and the analysis, and I got diagnosed with depression and anxiety. It didn't come as a shock that I would be admitted or said I have mental issues, because I knew I had issues, because I wasn't myself anymore. It wasn't the Kamo that you knew, the Kamo that everyone knew and loved. So it was hard. My first day was hard because you just learn that you are depressed. First of all, you have anxiety. Second of all, well, the anxiety part I always knew. I always used to shake. I always used to tremble. I disregarded that because it's just nerves. I had sessions where I'd cry my lungs out. I would feel like, hurting myself is the best way. Once I got into the bathtub and put in the water so high that I thought maybe if I just sink in, all of these things would be over. And that's when those were the times that I realized that, Gamu, you need help. Okay, cool. I get admitted into Vista Clinic for 3 weeks. The first week, let me not lie, it wasn't pleasant at all. Here you are, you're sharing a room with people that have bipolar, people with depression that, hey, you never think that exists. I felt like, as much as I felt like I needed to be there, I was like, but you know what, life happens. So every time that I don't feel good, every time that I'm going through the most, I'm gonna be depressed. That's how some of the people around me used to feel. They're like, oh, so every time you're just gonna take a happy pill, and you're gonna be fine. That's not how life works. So I was stuck between understanding that, yes, Kamu, you need this, and also like, why do you need this? You're strong enough. Immediately in day one, I got put into pills. So I was having 3 pills a day, some Lexamals, sleeping tablets because I couldn't sleep at all, and I forgot the other one. It was for my anxiety. You put it under your tongue. In that moment, I didn't want to tell any of my friends because why? But the biggest reason why I didn't want to tell my friends was, what if none of them come and see me? What if none of them actually come and see how I'm doing? You understand? That was my biggest fear. Hence, I never told any of them. And I don't blame myself for not telling them. But at the same time, I isolated myself from a lot of people because I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want to be felt sorry of. You understand? I went through what I went through pretty much alone because in that moment, I was not in a relationship. I was vibing, and the person who I was vibing with that time ghosted me when I told them that I have depression. That just added on. So I'm unworthy to be cared for and loved just because now I'm sick. They literally upped and left. They left. Okay, I'll go deeper about what happened in the hospital and what all of those things, how I've been in part 2. So I don't want to say much here, but I learned to love myself during first week. I saw so many people get seizures left, right, and center. People telling me that, oh yeah, I came here because I tried to jump off a building. Oh yeah, I came here because I actually was in an accident and I was the only one who survived and the other 3 human beings died and I was driving. Their problems made mine look so small. But one thing that one of the classes that I attended, they were like, some of the problems that other people face seem smaller or bigger than yours, but yours are yours for a reason. You have to go through all of those are yours. It's the amount that you can handle. Some people can handle more, some can handle less. And don't compare that, you know what, at least I'm not, at least I didn't, at least I'm better, but at least I'm worse. Not at least I'm worse, but you know, you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I got admitted, and then I remember they dropped me off on a Sunday. They signed me in. My dad is the one who took me there. They signed me in on a Sunday, and then my mom came to see me the following day on the Monday. Oh, guys. Yo, let me not lie to you. The hospital was beautiful. Everything was amazing. But once you are within those wards and everything, it clicks that, you know what, I'm actually, what I have is serious. What I'm going through is serious. Strangers have to build you up. Strangers are here to remind you of your self-worth and that you are needed on this earth. So yeah, I was in a dark place. I had occupational therapy. I was doing so many classes. I had anger management. Okay, so yeah, pretty much that's how my first part of this story time is going to be. And while I'm nervous to get into part 2 and maybe part 3, because that's when, you know, I'm going to fully open myself out to you guys. So yeah, guys, just be kind to yourselves, please. Don't take too much in which you feel like you won't be able to handle. And if you feel depressed, self-care. So yeah guys, this brings us to the end of my part 1 of this story time, and I'd really love to see you guys on my before I leave your screens, please don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. I can't wait to see you guys soon, and I really hope that you enjoyed this little story time part 1 as much as it didn't really have much, but it was something. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in the few. Bye guys.